So today, thinking about that whole debate last night, and I'm watching that, and I'm thinking to myself, how Kamala Harris keeps saying things like, all the people want this, the people want that, 81 million people fired Donald Trump back and forth and all that. You know, I still can't understand why people out there can't see how they're being played by a small group of people, right? So in the end, let's put these politicians to the side like Kamala Harris and all that, and a lot of the people in Washington, because it's simple to see and it's obvious that there are bigger people behind these politicians. These are the faces. But the puppet masters behind the scene are a whole different group of people. This group of people is the group that is the people's enemy, the world's enemy, humanity's enemy. And these people are hiding behind the scenes, always in the shadows, and nobody ever talks about them. But we're going to talk about them today because I'm tired of these people, to the point that these people got people out here not even wanting to have children anymore. You're being told not to have kids by a little handful of people because they believe that the world is theirs, that they own the planet, they own the galaxy, they own everything. That's what they think because they got money. But in truth, they don't own this world. But people that keep listening to this propaganda are the ones handing it to them. So they don't even have to do much. In the end, here we are arguing, debating, fighting with each other in the middle of the street, parading back and forth about this, that, and the other, all because they have divided all of us. And everybody's just on and on with it. Let's put it like this. Let's make it a real simple thing for those that seem to have a real difficult time with it, right? So there's a lot of people out there right now that say that there's no way they would ever vote for Trump, right? But they're not saying that because that's what they believe. They're saying that because they're programmed to believe that. Because the media told them to. The media said this guy's a bad guy. But who owns the media? Again, the elitists, the same people. So the puppet masters are not only controlling the politicians nowadays, they're always controlling you too. Right? Because if you look at UK right now, you're going to sit there and tell me that you're going to vote for somebody that's going to flow with the same program. Because remember, the puppet masters, they want to own the world. They don't just want to own a country. They want to own the whole world. They want everything. They want to tell you what to do, think, sleep, whatever it takes. So then my thing to you is this. How would you feel if in the United States, if you made a comment, you go to jail for 24 months, 3 years, 10 years? How are you going to feel about that? But you're going to push on to and believe that it's okay to just go on and vote for somebody that is going to do exactly that to you. You see Kamala Harris talking about what she's going to do if she gets in office? Let me ask you this. How come she ain't done it already? Nobody can answer that. You know why? Because it's common sense. She ain't going to do any of that because if she wanted to do that, she would have been done it. And Trump was right. If you really wanted to close the border and you cared about the country, you can do it. You and Biden could do that today. It is true. He did it. And he knows the power that they have to do it. But they won't. They're lying to you. And it's straight up lie right in your face. So here's the thing. Let's talk about having kids for a minute. They got people out there, my body, my choice, blah, 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 all of that. Ain't nobody told you that when was it before all this stuff started, right? Before all this political crap started, once Trump got into office, before all of that, there was no problems with that. Nobody was even talking about things like that. If people had an abortion, they had that. That was their business, and nobody said a word about it. Not a word. Same thing with the gay thing. People have been gay their whole life since the beginning of mankind, acting like if this is just the beginning and this nobody's ever known about it. Everybody's known about it. Nobody cared. Nobody gives a shit what life you choose to live. What part is it that you don't understand? But they got you believing that that means that, the gays won't have rights, this and this and that, like women's rights. What is it, if you could just name one right that a woman doesn't have, that a man has, I'd love to hear it. Because you've always had rights. You vote, you do whatever you want to do. You could be a CEO. There's plenty of them. Isn't she a VP? She's a woman, right? There's women VPs everywhere, CEOs, they're everything, anything. They've achieved it all. But they got you believing that your rights are somehow being taken, which is not true. But you're still believing it. You know why? Because you're listening to the puppet masters. I don't understand how can a group of people just get programmed to believe these things and not even understand that we didn't even have these problems before. They were non-existent. But all they did was they kept putting it on TV, and you kept watching it, and now you're just walking around like a zombie repeating everything you hear. Listen, these people, these puppet masters, are hell-bent on making you even eat bugs and take everything you have and tell you that you're gonna be happy under their rule. And here you are supporting it without even knowing that you're supporting it. And 9 out of 10 of you don't even want to be told what to do. You're not going to have it, but it's going to be too late if you keep pushing the envelope in that direction. Look at the UK. They ain't no coming back from that. So the government sold them out, sold the people out, and all the migrants are out there destroying that whole place. You see it on video, and they're talking about that we make comments that are causing riots. Are you kidding me? They're the ones that allowed all those people in there. But now they're convincing you that it isn't that. Of course it is. We know the root of the problem is them. It ain't nobody else. They're the ones that did it. And here in the United States, same thing. Inflation. Why are things so expensive? Inflation could only be caused by the federal government printing money. Period. It don't matter what opinion CNN has, whatever. It doesn't matter what the fact checkers say. None of that crap matters. The truth is that that's what it is. So they're out there printing money left and right to support other people. But you yourself are looking right here in our own country that people are homeless and starving. Americans just like you and me. But because the news says so and the puppet masters are pulling the strings and you're allowing it, look at where we're at right now. And you think it's going to get any better truly with this woman? There's just no way. There's no way. It's gotten worse and everybody knows it. So why are you people just on and on insisting on listening to people like this? Look, the environmental thing. Let's talk about the environment for 1 second. Fact checkers left and right are constantly talking about that it ain't true. It is true. Even pilots that know how that works and knows what's going on with that know that. Farmers are telling you that the metals in their soils are 10 times higher in the last 10 years. Where do you think that metal's coming from? But they insist on telling you that they're not spraying the sky. But at the same time, they're telling you that we're destroying the environment, but it's them. The puppet masters are doing that. They're the ones flying those planes. You don't own those kind of planes. I don't own those kind of planes. So who's spraying? They are. And now they got you convinced that if a cow farts, the world's going to end. But the cows existed as long as we have, and that's never happened. But you're taking your mentality and allowing yourself to be brainwashed by the puppet masters and believing everything they're saying. So now your food is starting to become contaminated. The same food that you and I eat. So no matter which way, which walk of life we come from, we're both being contaminated and getting all kind of diseases and sicknesses from all this crap. And then what does a fact checker say? Oh, there's no proof. There's no proof that, you eating plastics and metals and things like that won't harm you. But then the doctors tell you that if you get metals in your brain, you do get screwed up and you get physically destroyed But the fact checkers are saying no. Why? Because the fact checkers are owned by the puppet masters, the news media, the puppet master, the politicians in the pockets of the puppet masters, on and on and on. The true enemy has nothing to do with our walk of life. They have conquered you and made you believe that you are on the right path. They talk about this communism and everything else, but that is what communism is. When you ain't got no rights and you can't say this and you can't say that. Why can't we just be real about what's really going on here instead of yapping about things that we know nothing about, and we just flowing with it, going with it like a bunch of sheep to the slaughterhouse? So now listen to this. Even now, with your rights and everything else, this whole COVID-19 thing, what did they do with that? And still today, even though doctors are telling you that people have died from that, and are still dying from that, and it's a whole bioweapon that they just let loose on the world, here you are running around when they say, hey, put on a mask, you right away slap the mask on because that's what they told you to do. The puppet masters again. Everything they say, you follow. And isn't that bioweapon released on you and me? So why are we divided if we're both dying? Both sides, left and right, are dying. Why are we divided is what I need to know. Make sense of that. Why are we divided when the food that we eat is killing you, me, and our kids? Why are we divided? Because the puppet master told you so? Because the politicians told you so? Why is it not common sense to know that we are not so rich that we can deal with the world's problems? Because the puppet masters told you so? Because they told you that everything someone says is racist? Because everything's about racism, everything's about homophobic. This ain't nobody cared. Nobody had that problem before the puppet masters started pulling the strings. We always coexisted. Look at right now. So this whole protect the trans kids. I never knew that trans kids were being slaughtered. Protect them from who? So they make you believe what? What is it? What is it that we're protecting from who? Nobody's killing anybody. Nobody's slaughtering. None of that's happening. Who when? What? Protect who? From who? How come you don't say, let's protect ourselves from the animals that are killing us? How come you don't turn around and say, hey, listen, why don't we protect ourselves from the puppet masters, the real true enemies of humanity? When are we going to do that? Oh, come on. Come on. There's no way that people can be that close-minded and so easily manipulated to believe and not see what's really going on here. Look at Bill Gates right now. Isn't Bill Gates talking about blocking the sun? Because he convinced you. He convinced you that the sun is not good for you when we all know that vitamin D is important to plant life, to everything creation and everything else. At one point, you're out there fighting and arguing about cutting trees down. And now you're going to let this clown, the puppet master that works for the puppet masters, block the sun so the trees can't grow. So which side are you on? How can you be for the environment and against it at the same time? How insane is that? Doesn't even make any sense. It just make it make sense somehow. Make it make sense in your own mind somehow. Stop listening. Stop listening. Listen to yourself. Read up. You want to know how trees live? You want to know how the environment works? Read it. Stop looking at the news. Stop letting the puppet master tell you what he thinks and how it's supposed to be. Why do you think they want to get rid of history? Because it's the same old crap. We're back at it. Hitler did it. Now we're back to this. And now the puppet masters again trying to eliminate humanity. You got this guy, Kerry. I don't know his first name because I hate politicians that are corrupt. His daughter is on there with a video talking about that we need to kill the population. Reduce the population means kill you. And you're listening to them. You're willing to die. Why? For who? For them because they said so? Look at Elon Musk. Elon Musk said you could take 8 billion people right now. The 8 billion people on the earth, right? And fit them in New York City. So now let's take the 8 billion people and put them in New York City. Isn't that a whole planet still left wide open with nobody there? So why are you believing that it's overpopulated? Why are you believing that it's good not to have children? Listen, look at it this. Okay, let's try to make sense of this. So now you're so concerned about the environment, the world, and humanity, but we're going to go extinct anyway because nobody's having kids anymore. So we're not even going to exist. So how make it make sense somehow to even yourself? Get realistic. These people are so full of shit. It's all bullshit, and you're being played big time. If you let Kamala Harris in this bad boy, I promise you that you will cry. You will cry the day these people end with their plan. You're not going to like the plan. You're not going to like the plan because you know why you ain't going to like the plan? Because you ain't going to have a say. You ain't going to be able to protest because if you did protest, they'll blow your brains out. That's what they're going to do because they don't play that. Right now, all this stuff. Now, look, you can hate this, hate that. It doesn't matter. But we have to choose the person that makes sense. You don't really believe that we're on the edge of a World War III? How naive can you be? Why? Because they got you convinced and they got you entertained in your little phone and in your little TV and all this other stuff, but you don't see what's going on in the rest of the world? Let me tell you something. When something goes off and one of those China people open fire on one of our ships or vice versa, and we get at it, let me tell you what's going to happen. Because we're all nuclear capable, You think that China, if they're losing their war, they're just going to say, oh, yeah, here's the keys to China. You can do what you want. No, that's not going to happen. You know what really is going to happen? They're going to set it off and they're going to set those nukes off. And you know what we're going to do in response? We're going to shoot back. And you know what's going to happen? We're all going to die. You, me, and everybody else, left, right, gay, straight, don't matter. We're all going to die. And you know what's going to happen with the politicians that you listen to and the puppet masters, the cowards of the world? They're going to go hide on the ground because they got money and you ain't got shit. But you help them with your mentality. You help these people destroy our planet and take us all out. Oh, come on. You people need to get it together. This is serious shit. This is real. This is not a game. This is not a joke. This is not about emotions. This is not about feelings being hurt. You're not even going to exist. Never mind your feelings being hurt. You're not going to exist. Protect the trans. Protect who? Who's going to protect us? These people are going to take us out. They're doing it with the food. They're doing it with the water, with the fluoride, with the fake foods. They're doing it every day. And in the end, they're going to drop the bomb on us. And you're still out there parading, save Palestine. Who's going to save you? Who's going to save you? Oh, man, you people, man. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Listen, forget about everything the puppet master's telling you and know this. This is America, and you're an American, and me too. End the story. Division over. Stop calling people black and white and all that. We're Americans. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what color we are. It doesn't matter. We're Americans. What part of that do you not understand? Just like everywhere else in the world, Palestine. Do you see Palestine calling themselves anything else but Palestinians? No, they call themselves Palestinians, right? Chinese call themselves Chinese. So we are Americans. So we should call each other Americans too. Come on. Oh, man, it's out of control. It's out of control. Get a grip. Get a grip. Stop being so soft, man. Being soft don't bring nothing but pain. Get your shit together. Stop bullshitting yourself. You know what I mean? Oh, my God. Oh, we're going to vote for this lady. We're going to vote. Why? She ain't done shit for you. She ain't done shit for the country. You just gonna do it because the puppet master told you to? Come on. You can't sit there and tell me that you're so happy that you can't even afford housing. You're not gonna sit there and tell me that this woman makes you so happy that your groceries are 10 times what they should be. You're not gonna sit there and tell me that your house is worth 3 times and you can't buy a house because this woman's with her big ass cackling bullshit. Listen, all of that is them. All of that is them. The same people telling you, oh, this is about racism. Bullshit. Bullshit. This didn't happen till a few years ago. Everything was fine until that happened. Politics. That's all it is. There's nothing else. Wake up before it's too late.